Hi Taurus, this is your horoscope for February 2018. Thanks for joining me. Now, the majority of the energy this month is sitting in your 9th house and in your 10th house. And those two houses have to do with education and growth and expansion and career. They're in the signs of Capricorn and Aquarius. So it's about applying yourself and working really hard. But if there is an element of doing something for the greater good, so if you work as an educator or as a scientist or United Nations worker or you work for a charity, you're really going to be supported by the astrology this month. But also, if you are working in any capacity and you start to think of how you can be of service to other people, the astrology is going to help you out and you're really going to progress in your working life, in your career, and you'll have the opportunity to learn new things. Now, in February as well, we don't have a full moon because we had this amazing blue moon at the end of January, which means that February is more dark than it usually would be. The full moon is when the moon is totally illuminated and it showers us with its energy, and it's an intense kind of energy. So that doesn't mean it's dark in the sense that it's depressing and negative. It means that you're not interrupted and disturbed by this super intense full moon energy, and that you can actually do some inner work and that you can be introspective and ask yourself what's really important to you. So you can make a lot of personal progress here in February. On the 1st of Feb, Mercury, the communication planet, goes into Aquarius, and that joins the other energy that you've got in your 10th house of career. So you're going to be thinking very clearly. You'll be able to communicate with other people very easily, especially in terms of how can we brainstorm and how can we put ourselves together here to achieve something that's going to affect the greater good. So your force, your humanitarian this month, and you're a force for good. From the 7th of February through until the 26th, we've got Mars, the archetypal male principle, sitting in your 8th house of other people and institutions and the veil between this world and the next, driving you forward in the sign of Sagittarius, and that squares. So it's 90 degrees away from Neptune, the planet of imagination and dreams, very happily placed in Pisces in the 11th house. So what that's going to do is it's going to make you push forward with any kind of dreams you have about your connection with other people. So if you want to be helpful, if you want to start a foundation or you want to start a charity, you're really going to be able to push that forward and get people together and start doing that. If your friendships are something that is important to you and you want to meet more people, Mars is going to allow you to be more outgoing and to connect with more people. Again, Neptune is in Pisces, so it's very self-sacrificing and it's very kind of, what can I do for others? And that's a spiritual law of the universe. The more we give, the more we get back. So anything to do with other people and broadening your network is really going to be supported by this square, and you're going to have the energy to move forward. Just be careful that it doesn't creep over into people-pleasing mode. If you start finding yourself doing things to get other people to like you, that's a big red flag, that's a big no-no. If you have to work to get other people to like you, forget it. But if you're doing something positive for people and others come to you in response and want to know more and want to be in your presence, then take that on board and build those relationships. On the 11th of Feb, we've got Venus, the planet of love and beauty, leaving your 10th house of career and going into your 11th. So the 11th house is, again, friendships and hopes and dreams being realized. So we've got Chiron, Neptune and Pisces all sitting in that 11th house. So you've got a real love for people and you have the opportunity to heal past wounds, making new friends, being of service to other people, and really feeling good about yourself as a result. On the 15th of Feb, we've got the big event of the month, which is the new moon, which is when the moon is totally black and it pulls new energy in, but it's also a partial solar eclipse, so it's going to cover the sun. So we've got even more darkness, more opportunity to kind of look inwards, and it's on the south node, which is about releasing things. So that happens in your 10th house of career. It's about releasing anything which is selfish, which is about being self-serving and building things for yourself. And you're going to start to think about, how can I build something and how can I use my skills to serve humanity and to add something positive to the greater good? And that's the best way to think, because you may be sitting there listening to this thinking, well, you know, if I just help other people, where am I in all of this? How am I going to benefit? When we add value to the world, we get value back. And that's just the way it works. Sometimes it manifests immediately, sometimes in a week, maybe 6 months down the line, but you always get back what you put out. So the more positive energy you can give and contribute, the happier and more positive you'll feel. Now, on the 18th of February, you've got Mercury, the communication planet, moving into Pisces. And this is the energy that kind of sees you through for the rest of the month now. We've got the Moon, Chiron, Neptune, Venus, and Mercury all sitting in Pisces in your 11th house. And it's really about how can I be of service to my friends and how can I do something that will fulfill my hopes and dreams by using my spiritual insights and being of service to other people. So it's a great time to improve your relationships and to be selfless, but again, watch that people-pleasing thing. If you're giving and getting nothing back, and then also getting the feeling like, oh, I'm gonna have to work even harder to get these people to like me, then that's not right. It's about people being appreciative of what you're offering and getting something back in return. So that's what I get for you for February. I hope you have a wonderful month. If you'd like a private reading with me, then please get in touch via my website. It's gregoryscott.com. Click on the Readings tab to order your reading. Please remember to subscribe to this channel, and I'll speak to you soon.